Coolanu Israel is a charity that uses basketball and sport as a tool to both enhance children's lives athletically, but also educate them about Israel and about their Jewish identity. Coolanu came to be as a continuation from my personal journey. I was a Jewish athlete that was fortunate enough to play collegiate and professional basketball. But I always felt that every time I stepped on the court, I was representing Israel and I was representing the Jewish people. I was looking for a way to continue my mission, which was to be an ambassador for Israel and the Jewish people through sport. At Coolanu, we realized that basketball is really a platform for education, and we provide coaches with top-notch drills, but we also teach them the philosophy behind each drill and the Coolanu way of bringing out deeper messages and spiritual messages through sport. When I was a young kid, they would always bring in basketball players to be speakers at our camp. And I could till today tell you exactly what those coaches were wearing, you know, what drills they taught us, what stories they told us. So I understood how much seeing positive role models in my life, especially as an athlete, I said, wow, one day if I'm going to be a player, a professional player, and I'm going to be able to have a unique opportunity to give back to these kids and hopefully be their role model, but at the same time there won't be a disconnect between Judaism and Israel and the athletes that we work with. You know, for me, growing up, I was like the only Jewish kid at the basketball camp always. In the year 2000, I was the most valuable player of this very prestigious all-star game called the Capital Classic. Going home that night, I was just like, wow, I feel like I'm up there in the basketball world. In 2009, 9 years later, when I really should have been at the prime of my basketball career, I couldn't even play anymore because of injuries. You know, there's two ways you could handle that in life. You know, you could say, oh, I'm just going to be sad and be down the rest of my life, or you could say, wow, this journey has been so amazing. From each injury, I learned something spiritually, physically, I grew. There's so many advancements you could have by overcoming adversity. How can I use all that and turn it into something that can inspire the next generation? I was lacking in the other areas, structure, a model. How do we get this and turn it into a reality? What the Eye Center really helped me with and helped me with till today is not just settling, always moving forward. Like, what's the next step? How many kids do we have at this camp? You know, how many more can we have at the next camp? How many coaches did we train? How many coaches can we train at the next one? Not only does Eye Center like help you reach your dreams, but the Eye Center like will help you reach your dreams and continue to move forward and just finding the next most innovative ways to be as effective as possible. You know, everyone has that dream of like one day making it to the top on whatever they're involved in. But for most people, there's a lot of bumps along the road. And being able to teach positive lessons through those bumps along the road and relay it into a way that kids can incorporate it and coaches could incorporate it into their day-to-day lives, I think that's a very unique angle of Coolanu. My soul was brought down to this world to do good through basketball.